And here I go. What's up? This is another special edition of Comic Chat, The Road to Wisdom, Dapper Dan, whatever name you want to give me, whatever name you associate with. I'm your boy, Danny Graham. And I'm just talking today a little bit about the state of the movie going experience. The state of the movie going experience. If you've been following my channel, you've seen in the past, I have defended that the movie going experience is obsolete. It's dying out. That you can get the same experience in some aspects as you can at a home theater. Now, today I had a conversation with one of my good friends, Fatal J. Some of you may follow him, and we were talking back and forth about certain movies. In particular, the movie that came I watched last night called The Badlands. In case that some people that haven't watched, I won't go into The Badlands. I don't want to spoil it for some individuals, but it was a good movie, I thought. And if you want to see what I think about it, I did a video with my grandson last night, and go check that out. It's Comic Chat and Cole. We talked about it. There's some spoilers on it. But today I just want to talk about, because it's been on my mind pretty heavy here lately, about the state of the movie going experience. And it seems to be all but dead. I wrote down before I came on here the movies that I went to see. And one or two included the TV movies because they didn't go. They went direct to streaming. They didn't go to the theater. But this year alone, from January until last night, I've only seen 18 movies in the theater. 18 movies. So that's what? This is the 11th month. So you divide that, almost 2 movies a month. Not quite 2, just under 2. 1.5 movies a month is basically what I'm watching. So far, I've watched Brave New World, A Working Man, The Accountant 2, Sinners, GTO went straight to, it didn't go to the theaters, it went straight to streaming. Thunderbolts, Karate Kid Legends, The Last Rodeo, F1, How to Train Your Dragon, The Materialist, Killer of Killers, that's one that went straight to streaming. Jurassic Rebirth, Superman, Fantastic Four, Happy Gilmore 2, another one that went straight to streaming, Ruth and Boaz, and Predator Badlands. Those are the movies that I saw this year, 18 movies, and that is a tremendous drop-off from what I used to watch back in the day. It seems now the only movies that seem to be catching my attention is the hero genre, superhero genre, sci-fi. Some of these new movies. The one that I'm really shocked that I saw was Materialist. I went and seen that with my daughter. It was like a Tuesday night. I think $6. Just something really go hang out with it. But I really end up enjoying the movie. It was Dakota Fanning, not Dakota. What's her name? I can't think of her name. What Dakota Fanning, but it was Pedro Pascal in there. Rom-com. But it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was $6. Hey, she paid for it. I didn't pay for it, so I didn't spend anything. But I enjoyed spending time with her, and as well as I enjoyed the movie. But this movie going experience, I'm telling you, I don't know. I'm hoping it seems to be the only thing that's kind of really lingering for theaters is the superhero genre. It kind of reminds me of that movie, Other People's Money. There's a part in it when Danny Vito, his name is Larry the Liquidator, and he's going up against this company. I think it's New England Wire and Cable. And they go into this meeting and they're trying to convince the stockholders whether or not they should continue to stay with New England Cable or sell it. And in a part of his speech, where he talking about they should sell it, is that he says that this company is dead. He didn't kill it, but what killed it is obsolescence. If you look at it, the movie theater, in my opinion, is coming obsolete because technology is getting so good. People are liking to be more convenient. That thing that happened a few years ago, COVID, it has really changed the landscape of the movie theater experience because people were going, they were spending dollars, were putting butts in the seats. Now they can get the same thing at home in probably 45 days or less. In some instances, it's less than 45 days. But theatrical run in the theater now lasts about 30 to 45 days. Some movies less than that. So if some people are saying, look, I got a family of 6 or 7. Tickets are usually somewhere between $12 and $25, depending on what kind of movie you see. You taking 5 people. Let's say you don't take your family of 5 to IMAX just to get in. An IMAX ticket right now is roughly about $25. So 5 people, that's $125. Not to mention, probably gonna spend another 50 or $60, if not more, in concessions. Why do all that when you can stay home? Watch it, pay some depending on if you get the streaming service, you're already done paid for it. It comes out 35 days later, 30 days, 45 days later. You're watching the comfort of your home. If you need to stop and pause and go to the restroom, you're not going to miss anything. If you get a work call, if a family emergency comes up, you can pause that bad boy and come back and pick up right where you left off. Not to mention, if you want something more than popcorn, if you want steak and potatoes, you want lasagna, you want pizza, you want whatever. And some theaters sell pizza, but if you want fried chicken, you want whatever. You can have that in the comfort of your home, in your recliner, in your favorite sectional, whatever seat that you like sitting in, watching it get cozy. And let's say, for instance, you get sleepy. You stop that bad boy, you go to sleep, you come back next day, pick right back up. Once you done spend your 15, $20, whatever the cost is in the admission of the theater, you feel obligated to sit there and watch it. Now, I've heard some people say, man, this movie's so boring, I'm going to get up and leave. I've never gotten up and leave out of theater. If I pay my hard-earned money, I'm going to watch that bad boy. I may not like it. I may walk out saying, man, that was a bunch of crap. But I'm not giving away my money freely. Now, I've never seen some people say that they go back and ask for their money back. I've never seen that happen. I'm not saying that it doesn't happen, that it can't happen, that it won't happen. I'm just saying in my experience, I've never been refunded a movie ticket cost because I said I didn't like the movie. But I'm really concerned because in certain franchises we expect a certain level of wow, a certain level of man, this has to be something. In particular, I'm referring to Star Wars. The last 3 Star Wars, in my opinion, I know they were not flops financially because the first one made the first sequel made I think over $2 million. The Last Jedi made I think a billion plus, and then um, the last one, Skywalker, whatever whatever that movie, can't think of it. It made $1 billion. So Star Wars has enough cachet; it's going to make that money. But the fans are just so underwhelmed, so disappointed, so uninterested that we hadn't seen a Star Wars movie since. Now, the upcoming Star Wars movie is going to be directed by Jon Favreau, the Mandalorian and Grogu. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that this movie would do something, but I don't know. I am so unsure. I am so I have faith in Jon Favreau because he did a good job to me on the first 2 Iron Mans. Third Iron Man, who was lacking, but Jon Favreau is directing this movie, and I don't know, but I feel strongly that he loves his franchise. I think he's going to try and do a good job. But will it be enough to please the fans? Will it be enough to sway back those fans that have been so tainted and been so disappointed in the current Star Wars properties and Star Wars shows on Disney Plus? Right now, I think there's one that just been released from that last week, maybe earlier this week, but I think last week, the third season of Star Wars Visions. And none of my buddies, the circles that I hang with, that I stream with, were even interested in it. I tried to do one show, I think earlier this week. I said, let's watch the first 2 episodes of Vision. And one of the guys on stream was like, I'm not watching that garbage. So I sat down and watched it, and I fell asleep on the first episode. And I think it's six or 8 episodes. I don't know, but I'm not even interested in that because I don't know. I don't know how Star Wars lost its way. I don't know how some of these franchises lost its way. In particular, this last movie that I saw last night, I'm going to touch real briefly. The Predator franchise. This one is split. To me, is more positive than negative, but there are some people out there that got a negative perspective of it, and viewing like, they're not feeling it. But I don't know. I don't know what kind of adrenaline can be shot into the veins of the movie going experience. I don't know if what can re-energize, reinvigorate the audience to want to go back and see it, because a lot of people are just saying, look, I'll wait for 30 days. I talked to a few of my buddies that be like, did you like it? They asked me, did you like it? I said, yeah, but it was good, but not great. Well, okay, I'll just wait. So that is that is the consensus. That is what's going on now with a lot of people. They're like, I'm just gonna wait. I'm not going to spend that money. I don't really care about the product. The last few things they put out was not good, so I'm not wasting my hard-earned money. So I don't know what these directors that are directing or these writers that are writing these movies are listening to, because when you put in your blood, sweat, and tears into writing these stories, into directing these stories, and you get in a continuous, this sucks, I don't like it, it's flopping, yada yada yada. To do that same thing over and over and over again is insanity. It seems like you're shooting yourself in the foot intentionally, and I don't understand why you're doing it unless you want the movie going experience to tank. Maybe this is the next evolution of viewing movies and that kind of things. Maybe this is what they're trying to do. Look, we're losing money. We're losing money hand over fist with this theater experience. So we're gonna make sure we do put out all kind of crappy material so people can then go to their homes, and then guess what? We're gonna hit them with these prices. If you want to see this movie first night, okay, you got to pay $50 just like a pay per view. So is that going? If that is a new version of the movie going experience, hey, you better buy your nice TV, put it on your wall, put it in your man cave, put it in your she shed, get your nice surround sound home theater system, and have at it, because it seems like the movie going experience is going the way of the dodo, and that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. But like I said, talking to a few of my friends today, and we just like, I don't understand what's going on with this movie going. It's not doing what it should be doing. I'm just not excited about it. These trailers are not pulling my interest. They're not getting me interested in me wanting to see it. Now there's one trailer that came out this week that people seem to be very excited about. I haven't heard anything negative about it, and that's the new Michael Jackson movie. Like, it's coming out next year, I think April, if I'm not mistaken. Now, if you haven't seen that trailer yet, you need to watch, because it looks good. It's going to be filmed in IMAX, so I'm definitely going to check it out in IMAX. That'll be my first IMAX experience. I've never been to IMAX theater before and watch a movie. I was thinking about doing Predator. I'm kind of glad I didn't. I like Predator, didn't love Predator, not in love with Predator, but I thought it was a solid movie. Just not, it's not a 10 to me. But this Michael Jackson movie, based on what I've seen, I think the trailer is only maybe a minute some change, might be less than a minute. I'm not certain. But what I seen, I wanted more of, and it looked very, very good to me. So those are my thoughts on it. Please, if you haven't ever subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to my channel. I'm your boy, Comet Chat, Road to Wisdom, Danny Graham, Dapper Dan. I have all different kind of hats that I wear and different shows that I do. So check it out, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And until then, take it easy. Have a fantastic day. Have a fantastic weekend. And until next time, I will see you same bat time, same bat channel. Until then, sir, ma'am, peace.